Hello. Thanks for stopping by the channel. My name is LynzloByChoice and I like to build in The Sims 4. As you can see by the video, we are doing a family's townhouse full of brick, and I love this because it brings in more of a darker element compared to the other three townhomes. If you haven't seen those, please go ahead and check them out. I'll have them linked in the description box, but also you can just go on my channel and check it out. So I love this one. Again, like I said, it has a darker color scheme. If you look over, you can see the one right next to it has more browns, but the one on the other side has a lot of light, airy pinks and things like that. So it was like a gradual progression to where we are now, and I actually really love this. I end up using that archway that we got from the industrial loft kit, and although I don't use a lot from kits, I use the industrial loft kit a lot, but I really like this. So what we're working on right now is the kitchen, and I love it because everything communal is on this first level, and I love this townhouse for a couple more reasons. But the first one is that we have a sunroom, or like a screen door room, and I really love that. And then you have the massive front door. You walk in, you have a walkway, a hallway leading up to the second level, but also if you keep going straight, you get this big kitchen with a small dining space, and then through the archway, that is where the living room is. I love having this big kitchen because this really is the biggest house of all three townhomes. So I really needed to make sure that, we were able to cook for our family. And so this was a way for me to show that. Now, we do only have 4 chairs to the dining table, but I actually think that's okay considering where the rest of the chairs are. We do have some outside dining as well, but if you want to, you could take out 2 of the island countertops and replace it so that you can add some bar stools. I don't think that would be a problem, but for the sake of this, and also just making it so that your Sims could easily walk around, I did just opt to using a countertop, so it's another space for your Sim to cook there. So that's what we have there. I do end up using this chair that we got from the Love Struck expansion pack and a few other things. I like this. This is still on the darker side, but I did want to incorporate a little bit of light in here, seeing that the kitchen does have a black tile in there, and I do feel like I need to add a little contrast. So in order to do that, I do end up using the lighter furniture, but then bringing it back to where we are with the rugs, and then also the black accent on the fireplace. So I really like this. I think this family actually has a cat, so I do end up adding a small little cat tree, and so we end up having that there. I really enjoyed creating these townhomes, but I definitely think I had the most fun creating this one, and that's because I really love brownstone apartments or brownstone townhomes, and I never really get to create it myself because that's just not really my style, and also I don't see much of it to grab a lot of inspiration from it. But with these townhomes, I actually freehanded all of these, and so I didn't have an inspiration or anything. I just kind of went with it, and so creating this and finishing it is a miracle within itself. But I really enjoyed doing this because it was a way for me to create a brownstone without it really being a brownstone, if you know what I mean. So this is really what the kitchen ends up looking like. I do end up changing a few things, but that is the gist of it. I do always add clutter, so you do not have to worry about that. And then we end up working on the upstairs. Now, the layout of this is a little all over the place, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and it was also a great challenge, and so I could not back down. We're gonna get into the floor plan a little bit more when it comes to decorating it, but for now, just to know that it is a 3-story home. I did want to add a basement, but I did not end up doing that because I felt like it would take up a lot more space, and I didn't want to do that to anyone. So we are just good with the 3 stories. It is a lot, and this actually is a residential rental. So if you want to, you could download it and then, just rent it out to other people. So you can only see your townhome, which I think is really great for gameplay. So it is looking like the very first room that we really start to work on will be the owner's suite. After, doing what we need to do in the garage, I have to make it look like the outside just to be a little bit more cohesive, and then we start working on this owner's suite. So this actually has a walk-in closet and a ensuite, and I really like this. It's very narrow, so we aren't allotted a lot of room to do much else, but with all of the amenities that come with this room, I feel like the family that lives here, particularly the parents that have this room, are actually okay with it because they don't have to share any bathroom space. They have their own balcony. Like, this just kind of makes sense to me. I feel like if I was looking for something and I had a brownstone or a townhome this big with my own space, I would love it. So I think they would be okay. But again, I'm just biased. This is just who I am. And so we are moving out from the upstairs downstairs, and this is the hallway. I end up using the 2 mirrors that we got from Seasons. And then I'm not really sure where we got this end table from, but I really like it in that swatch black. So I do end up changing that. And then we have platforms in the entire house, but at the front door we did have to have some stairs to go down because it does have a platform there. With this, I really like the idea of having a very cohesive hallway, and sometimes I add a chair, and that way people can sit down, take their shoes off and stuff like that. But that was not the case here, and I didn't want to stress it. So now we're just adding some clutter in the kitchen a little bit, and then we just get back upstairs on that 3rd story just to add some more work in here, and that's specifically to the bathroom. I really like the idea of having bathrooms that are a little bit different, and I mean in like a layout kind of way. So this one has a tub shower combo. We have the sink, the toilet, everything. But in some other cases, I really like having, just the tub or just the shower, and it makes sense. But for like families and stuff like that, I do only go with tub shower combos and things because toddlers cannot take a shower. So you actually do have to have a tub. Same with infants. But that is it for my rant on bathrooms. We are wrapping up in this owner's suite, and I just add a few more things. Not a lot of clutter goes in this house when it comes to like everything as a whole. There is clutter here, don't get me wrong, but I don't go overboard, except for a few places, and this room is number 1. So we have a toddler and a baby bassinet in here, and I have it right next to the parents' room. I think it's so cute and it makes so much sense, so I did end up having them share a room. I think there is definitely enough room in this house for the toddler to go to their own room once they age up, but for now I wanted to have a little space, and this is so cute to me. The colors in here are green, and we have some tones of brown and things like that. It does go along with the overall house theme of it being just a tad bit darker, but we still make it lively because this is for toddlers, or toddler and a baby. So we do need to have some vibrant colors, but it is a little bit on the darker side. As you can see, we don't see a lot of like neon colors, a lot of pastels. It really is focused on just the color palette that we see here, which is that green and tan, and we have some browns and oranges as well. So I wanted to definitely play off of that, and that is all that goes into this room. Now we are going to be moving, and I thought this was going to be a painting kind of thing, but it's not. It's actually a room for, I think this would actually be a child or a teenager. It could be either or. I really like this room. It's very big compared to the parents' room. It's probably about a little bit wider, not as narrow, but we're able to get a lot of great things in here. And I feel like this just embodies like a messy child or messy teenager and their little rebellious phase. So I wanted to kind of give into that. I really want to be able to be the type of builder that is able to build like with angled rugs, but it just never works for me. But that's okay. It's just something that I have to deal with. One of these days I'll figure it out, but for now this child is more so into music, so I have a piano there, we have some CDs and things like that, but they're also a student, so we do have a desk and a few other things. I love the amount of clutter that I end up putting in here. I really had to tell a story, and this is messy rebellious teen or messy rebellious child, and I feel like this definitely gives into that. I feel like they're very social and everything. I feel like their space is their space, and I don't think the parents really like harp on them about cleaning up because they're the ones who have to live there. So I think that is good. Then we have this extra room. This is actually a guest bedroom. I didn't put a lot in here because, again, guest bedroom, so we don't have a lot of clutter we can use to personalize this room, but I do add a few things just because I feel like it just makes sense. Maybe the parents are going there, so the grandparents will be visiting sometime, and they just have a few things there. I really like the way that turns out. And then this is the other bathroom on this floor, and this is to be shared by the toddler and the teenager, and then also the grandparents or whoever stays in the guest bedroom. It's definitely different than the ensuite in the parents' room, but I don't think it's a problem. Now on the landing in the third story that we're on right here, we have a bookcase, a chair, and a lamp. And now we are working on the second level. We're really close to the end of this build, and I cannot believe it. So as soon as you walk up the stairs from the first level, you are greeted by this little landing area. There's double doors to a balcony, but over to your right you have this laundry unit, and I actually love this. This is one thing that I really try to do, and that is create some space without creating more space. And with that just means just a one tile wide space, and I just add an archway in it, make it large enough so that your sim is able to do the laundry, and then I just have a lot of decorations everywhere else. You can really see how great this looks in the screenshots, so definitely take a look there. And I just come outside because I needed to take a little brain break, and I just add some things out here. We have outside dining, we have a monkey bar set, there's also some space outside to do some barbecue grilling, and it's really built in, so we have a sink there also, and I do end up adding 2 benches. That is all that goes here, and I think it's actually perfect because this is a very large family and they're always on the move, they're always doing things, so I don't think they spend a lot of their time out here that much, especially, you know, with the new baby and everything. So I didn't want to spend a lot of time working on that. And now we are moving into the second story. I'm really excited to start working on this, or at least to show you all what I'm working on. So this one I think is actually for their son. I think they're probably like between 9 and 11, so we do end up having a lot of clutter here. We have a lot of color also. They feel like they definitely need a desk, so we end up getting that. The main colors in here are yellow and blue, which is something different for me. I don't really think I've had a room that I've built or made for a child with these color schemes, but it definitely worked, and shout out to Dream Home Decorator. I do end up using those chairs that we ended up getting from the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. I definitely think that comes once you turn on the cheats and everything. That is not on the catalog normally, so you might need to change something up. And then I made my own built-in with 2 dressers, a little end table, and then the built-in that we got from the Tiny Living stuff pack. So I really like this, add some more decoration and everything, and this looks lived in too. I don't know, I feel like I really enjoyed making this. This is definitely one of my top 3 rooms in here. If I was a child, I feel like I would love that. And I was a child once, so I love it. Definitely not that that means anything, but we're moving into the next room, and this one is actually really tight, and this is for a set of twins, and they have different styles and everything, and I think you'll kind of see that moving into this room. The main colors in here are white and black, and that's definitely playing on, you know, their differences and things, but as different as they are, they love each other and don't want to be in different rooms. So they just, you know, divvy up the space a little bit and make it their own. And this is their way of doing that. I like this, not as cluttered as the last, and that's because I'm working with 2 separate, you know, kind of styles and things like that. So it's not a lot for me to work with, but I did have fun making it. And just like the other ones, it is a lot of clutter, just not individually. But that is all for the twins room. I really like the way it turns out. Again, I say that about every room, but I literally cannot help myself, so forgive me. But now we're moving into the bathroom, and this is the only bathroom on this level that is meant for the kids. So it does have a bunch of clutter here. Again, we are working with what, 1, 2, 3 children that use this bathroom, so I'm surprised it does not look more messy. If it's just a small container that is, you know, a little disheveled, I think that's okay. So we're gonna allow that. The next room we have is a walk-in bath. This bathroom actually has the only doorway to another bedroom or additional space or whatever you want to call it, but we're using it as an art room. So I really think that that is a bit unconventional, especially for this to be an art room, but I had to do it. I think maybe, you know, one of the parents are artists, or, you know, the family just likes to paint sometimes, so they like to have their own space to do that. And this is really close to the front of the house. It has a lot of the light, and we have a lot of windows in this room, so it kind of just made sense. So this is really all that comes in this build. We are actually at the end. I'm just putting in some finishing touches, making sure everything looks right. We have one more half bath to do in this townhouse, and then we're all complete. If you want to download this, I'm so happy to say that you can. It's all on the gallery. It's under LynzloByChoice, and you'll find it as a residential rental, and you can download it, and it'll have all 3 of these townhomes completely furnished and ready to go. I really hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel and just hanging out with me for a second. We're just finishing up final touches, and I really cannot wait to see you in the next video. Please be kind, have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough. When you're thinking everything is gone wrong, just remember that I'm here to cheer you on. Yeah, I wanna pick you up from the ground, let you know that I'm always around. 'Cause I know we can make it, yes we can make it if we try. Keep on trying. You got it. I believe in you. You got it. I know you got this. You got it. Just keep on trying. You got it. There's been a lot of bumps in the road. Oh yeah. Always carrying that oh so heavy load. When you feel like there's too much on your plate, just call on me. And I'll help you carry some of that weight. I wanna make you understand, let you know that there's always a helping hand. 'Cause I know we can make it, yeah, we can make it if we try. Yes, we can make it if we try. Keep on trying. You got it. You're gonna make it. You got it. I believe.